I'm Tika Vallis Caldwell, and I'm here on behalf of the School of Wholeness and Enlightenment to invite you to join a class that we'll be teaching called Amplifying Harmony in Our World. I have a background in environmental studies and education and bioenergetic training for the environment and with people, but my primary focus has been environmental energy balancing. So I am an environmental energy balancing specialist. I've been involved in some large-scale environmental remediation projects, and I've worked with a nonprofit in New Orleans, and we have did a lot of work in New Orleans after Katrina. We did a significant amount of work in the Gulf after the BP oil spill, and then we did a worldwide project with a group of women in 16 countries internationally. And through my own personal training in bioenergetic environmental remediation and with the nonprofit work that I've done, combined with my environmental education background, I've ended up developing some processes, principles, and procedures and tools that can work very much in harmony with other bioenergetic tools and traditional technology to assist amplifying harmony in our world. So just for a minute, I would like for you to imagine, just imagine closing your eyes and imagine thinking of a tropical island and looking at all the beautiful, the trees, the flowers, the bees, hear the sounds of the birds, smell the scent of the flowers, and see the wide spectrum of colors and vitality. See crystalline water and see the vitality in the waterways. Now, think if you could bring all of those frequencies into your home environment. Think if you were able to create a stabilized frequency biome that is common to living systems, that will amplify and support everything else that you do, that you already know how to do, whether it's for your body, your mind, or your spirit. In this class, we're going to be taking a look at the current conditions in the world from an environmental perspective and from a consciousness perspective. We're going to be taking a look at the value of our heart and the coherence that is able to be generated from our heart and how we can synchronize it with our thoughts. And when we create this heart-brain coherence and when we combine our consciousness with the use of tools, we can make a very big difference on this planet to assist raising the consciousness and the frequency of all. How it relates to us personally and what's happening in the world today is neither good nor bad from one point of view. It simply just is. We have a situation where we have a proliferation of man-made frequencies and technologies that are escalating at a very rapid rate. We benefit from the ability to communicate with people all over the world and make our life easier. However, this escalation of unnatural frequencies is much louder than the natural frequencies in nature. And we have significant evidence showing us that it interferes with the cellular communication of all living systems. What we are going to take a look at is by using the law of resonance and by understanding what a full balanced spectrum of magnetic frequencies common to all living systems can provide. When we bring more of them in proximity to our body, we bring more in our environments where we live and work and play, and when we actually gift them to Mother Earth, we literally can assist nature to amplify harmony and do what nature does best. Some of the common conditions that we know, there's been a lot of scientific evidence that is pointing to the stress that these electromagnetic frequencies that are accelerating are causing is anger, irritation, lack of sleep, ADD, immune deficiency of all different sizes and shapes. And really what we know is this background interference, which is like an inaudible sound, interrupts the cellular communication of the body, and it kind of stresses the body so that it goes maybe to the weakest link. It doesn't affect everybody the same. But when we take nature's frequencies that are not part of this frequency band of our electromagnetic technology or our electrical technology, and we put it in proximity, it bridges the gap. So we raise the differential and we work with nature the way nature works. We're not changing the technology, we're changing the way living systems can interact with the technology. And for example, here's just one of the little chargers that we use. We have them in all different shapes and sizes. But this technology started off as living prayer packets when we were doing the nonprofit work with women all over the world after Fukushima, because as women, we just wanted to make a difference, to send our love and facilitate a bioenergetic intervention that helps nature transform that which is stressful. So in the class, we're going to learn what's going on in our environment, how we can amplify the harmony and increase these magnetic frequencies and work in a complementary manner with many other technologies and many other interventions and principles that so many are already doing. It's kind of like, do we want to be a one-man band, a quartet, or a symphony? And so by stabilizing, and that's the key word, when we can stabilize a full magnetic spectrum of all frequencies common to living systems, it fills in the gap. So, and when we raise our frequency to match that of nature, we feel calmer, we can ground, we sleep better, we have better focus, and we literally have a greater ability to access our heart and to think through our heart and use the best of our mind, but to begin to access our best self. So in the class, you know, in the teleconference, the intro, we'll discuss a lot more about the things that I've just reviewed, and in the class, we're going to go through a specific methodology so that through the class, you will be empowered to make a difference in your own environment and learn more. And whether you're a practitioner and you're already well developed in other modalities, I'm certain that anybody at any level, whether you're a stay-at-home mom and you don't know anything about science, or whether you know a lot about science and are very sophisticated in the work that you do, I feel certain that by adding a little bit of extra information that we'll be covering in these 4 classes, you will be able to enhance the work that you're doing, and not only to improve the cellular communication in your body, or to make a difference for the people that you love, but you will be able to join people all over the world who are interested in raising the consciousness of our planet to work with nature the way nature works to anchor the grid of golden light. Thank you. We hope to see you at our class.